Hello and welcome back to the Memory Arcade. I'm just gonna let this intro play again, because it rocks. Hi Grantara. Yeah, it's super cute. They like this is all based on the stylings of the 80s animated series, but the animation of the intro is far superior to everything they had back then. Okay, so where were we? I guess this is so that you can play it with friends and the intro is always there, but maybe there's an option to disable it, to have it on in every start. Anyway, I just love this graphic of Mikey. It's very quintessentially him. With the dirt blab. So on stream I haven't played yet as April. There's a range of 2, speed of 3, and a power of 1. So I played around in the levels we already did offline. Just to figure out the systems a little more. I also unlocked Burn. Or, yeah, one of those NPCs you can free from like a hidden door or something, and then they want some collectibles. I guess they'll give you something. Maybe like a level up for everyone, something like that. So we did the car chase, and now we're in Central Park Zoo, and I wanna try a public game. Because I joined some rando games and it was really pleasant. Like there's no voice chat, there's not a whole lot going on in terms of usernames being displayed, and theoretically randos on the net looking for a session should be able to just join. Join up with me now. So it might get... Because that's kind of the disadvantage when you're streaming this by yourself, and it's a game with, like, theoretically 6 players. By the way, for those who have an eye for that, I'm getting some screen tearing. Oh, look at them with their ice cream. I'm getting some screen tearing on the screen that I'm playing on, but I'm just using it because I didn't feel like hooking up the capture card to the HDMI port of my display and then switching the display, whatever. Like, I'm just using the source projector of OBS, and I'm getting some screen tearing on that. When I glance over the footage, it seems like there's no, like, well, screen tearing happening. So that's probably just the source projector not being up to the task entirely. I mean, it's supposed to be a preview. I'm not sure if they ever intended the source projector to be like, oh yeah, you can totally play your game in there and it'll look just as good as if you were looking directly at the footage. I mean, we've been asking that for 30 years, haven't we? Yeah. It wouldn't ruin the stream. I say, although I do obsess over these details. Okay. Oh, we're still in a public session. Oh, no. This was brief enough, so I didn't, I don't know, box my friend list. Oh, cool. I can probably go back into the vault and find that second and blow the screen or whatever. Such disregard for the equipment. Yeah, I mean, I think that... Oh, there we go. Yeah, it's getting worse. Now we're using lighting equipment. I said this in a past session when I already tried this level unsuccessfully. The monkeys are great, but these are way too small for two brown-eyed tigers. I'm concerned. I'm actually not familiar with the SM58, but based on the context, I'm guessing it's a real piece of shit, probably overpriced. Oh wow. Specifically a line for April from her boss. Oh, it's very durable. I mean, she would need that. Also needs to be waterproof, shouldn't take to smells. Because honest to god, I rewatched the first live action movie from 1990 the other day, Oh, right, there's a dodge button I've not been using. Let's get the back out of our misery. And those regular, like not high heels, but regular heeled office shoes that April is wearing the first time she meets the turtles on the ground. She should she should have thrown these out before entering her apartment. No! Okay, we're taking that dirt back. So is ground check just a play on ground B? One more life left. Could you not spam this? Thank you. I mean, I guess it's your whole thing, so... Scorpion and Frog and all that. Come on. What's up with this head? I still have no, like... Was Crank's suit sentient? Or is this something else entirely? Completed Brand's special request. Well, let's get our reward, I guess. By the way, Azimek, as I'm scrolling through New York here, do you notice any screen tearing? Trying to figure out if it's just the source projector of OBS. Oh, okay. And we're good.
Finally, my complete collection of headlines.
All three of them. As an editor of a major... I guess he's the editor of a TV station, so I guess that was just from his heyday as a boots on the ground paper cook. I actually don't know anything about Burn. He was just such a non-entity. Okay, so Not ideal because we kind of didn't get the quote-unquote intro of the stage, but I did want to demonstrate the really nice drop-in, drop-out co-op function of this game. And yeah, it gets chaotic. At some point I was genuinely impressed with the number of sprites on screen, like the Super Nintendo, for instance, could not have handled this smoothly. Oh, we're not that good. Yeah. Is it weird that I'm compelled to leave the pizza for one of the turtles as I'm not playing one of the turtles? Because, you know... I don't have... My character does not have a disproportionate love/addiction to the stuff. That's a lot of Mousers. By the way, have we seen any Mousers yet? Oh, that one's mine. By the way, is this the first time we've been on the home turf? Of New York, of the New York sewers? It's the Rat King. Gotta be the Rat King. I'll have that. Oh, we found another punk frog. So yeah, what else is there to talk about? I am really happy that this game includes Casey Jones, because he was... I think he came up in the 80s cartoon, but he was not one of the... not a super recurring character. Like, I only learned about him in the original movie as a kid. But they very... Oh.
I am the Rat King. You're trespassing on royal ground. Dude, you went too bad, Dennis?
The animation where they try to shake off the rats is very precious. I mean, 5 episodes is probably more than a lot of other characters get, but given Casey's, you know, general involvement with the characters in other incarnations, it's not much, no. Also, I don't know the actor who plays him in the original movie, but just perfect casting. But yeah, it was also my first contact with the character, but looking back and having read the original comics and subsequent incarnations, yeah. Oh wow! the taunt makes you. I thought the guys were the other guys were just taunting for funsies, but apparently it makes you. Yeah, perfect casting. Like the writing in some places, like the way he's. The way he interacts with April in several situations has not aged well. But there's that I think safely say it's very of its time, and that's yeah.
Select your hero.
Oh, we went back to the select screen. I mean, I wouldn't mind switching to Splinter.
Turtles, let's get our shells and gear. Mall meltdown. Whoa, the mall! Hey, gotta swing by the arcade, dudes.
This one's about Super Irma.
Oh, that thing! I didn't have that toy, but I saw it a bunch as a kid. Again, it's just so cute how the foot ninjas are trying to camouflage themselves as people in the background by just putting on a hat. Huh. Oh yeah. As a kid, I wasn't always sure, since the Mirage comics were in black and white, and even with some of the coloring, like they were in-color versions that were subsequently produced. But I think one of the comics I had only featured April very briefly, and I wasn't sure if she was African American in that incarnation, because obviously she had the 80s perm or locks, and just the way her the shading worked out. So based on that, I really wasn't sure if April had originally been envisioned as black, and when the most recent animated series was announced, which actually, for real this time, had April as a black woman, obviously there was the asshole shitstorm because white supremacists are just out and proud these days, and it's horrifying. But it felt doubly ironic, just for me personally. Oh. Why did we fuck up these arcade machines? It's horrifying.
Deep breath.
Oh, hey. I mean, I would fight him now. Oh, never mind then. That's... Sure.
It's game over for you, contestant. Deep breath.
I have no idea who that is, but I can totally imagine how that worked out in this show. Also, are we now fighting the bosses they didn't want to give full burns, like Toka and Reza? Oh, or because they didn't really exist in that continuity. Oh, who knows? Oh yeah, very much that 80s curly perm. That's a weird place to store half a mech suit, but
Another missing robot piece? What a shocker.
Roof-running reptiles.
are turtles reptiles or are they amphibians? I should probably know that. Yeah, that's what I figured. It's either a video game character coming to life or the turtles being trapped in a video game, or both. What? What? We're so good at this. Yeah, I'm not sure the 87 cartoon still holds up. Like some episodes probably, there's probably a lot of filler. I mean, how many episodes are there? Probably 200 maybe? I wasn't far off. Oh hey, look who came in! Specifically character-wise. It's just really mean when there's 5 players and just one foot ninja that gets completely annihilated. I mean, the enemy, I guess, toughness and also number scales to a degree, but I'm guessing the game can also only do so much to accommodate the fluctuation between 1 and 6 players. Oh, why not? That's the rest side. Like, probably not the deepest cut, but oh, I don't think friendly fire should even be considered in this scenario. Like, I have the most visually distinct player character right now, and I'm losing track of Splinter all the time. I should probably switch to Donnie, if the game will let me.
Come on, let's go!
Then again, seeing Splinter on one of these things is probably kinda hilarious.
Panic in the sky! Batter up. Got a bucket.
Finish this level unharmed. Yeah, sure. Oh god. Really went the extra mile with the soundtrack, huh? Who's flying the blimp? I mean, the logical answer right now would be April, but what if everyone's playing? Oh, right, there's 7 playable characters and only 6 player slots. I don't think there are bots available. The Mikey player could maybe spam his taunt a little less. But maybe we can also switch it up for the next session and... Oh yeah. And it probably works better than any kind of self-driving we'll have within the next 20 years in real life. It suddenly turned into Cuphead. Maybe not quite as nasty, but just went looking for a session. In fact, between the next level, I'm gonna demonstrate. Since it's getting a little crowded and a little hard to follow, and I think since Splinter is also the slowest of the bunch, just gonna create my own public session.
Select your hero.
Oh. A little too far out. But it's all safe. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Gwen. Have fun on your outing.
Well, what are we waiting
Let's
for?
pick Donnie for now. And then you create a public session, which is then on in the background. And you can wait at the beginning or not. Like, people can just join.
Crisis at Coney Island.
Oh yeah. Well, wing not any landing you walk away from, right? Oh, let me guess. Oh, at least it's not the rake in the face kind of deal from the planks in what's its face? The pirate level in Frozen Time. So I can't believe that the punk frogs were a thing. Basically just parodying all the turtle rip-offs that crept up during that time. Oh yeah, that Spelunky stream was gold. Because every fuck up that kind of ended up sabotaging the other person felt like a genuine mistake, and everyone took it in good humor. Dude. That should not be necessary for this kind of guy. I guess we played ourselves, huh? Both of us. Oh, come on. Okay, I thought I still had a meter. I can work with that. Those poor guys with their knees just budging under the weight. Yeah. We have, in fact, 2 people just joining us. I just need to remind myself that I'm currently playing as Donnie and not as Splinter anymore.
Just a minute.
Oh shit, fully Blackfoot ninjas.
Push it up.
Alright, there's a charge. God. The combat system is a lot more involved, but you can get by for the most part, I guess. With basically everything you had to bring to the table. You brought to the table for turtles in time, so I mean, I know it's a thing when I just press L near an ally. I don't know if it does anything, like maybe fill up the meter for both.
You don't be escaping from old man. Deep breath. Katana slap. Just a minute.
Oh, it's a whack-a-mole game on Coney Island. That's clever.
Deep breath. Deep breath. Power out. I feel like gumbo. Wow. Looks like another victory for the forces of good. Oh, we're gonna die! Whee!
Oh, was there like a ready thing? Dang. Oh, because I'm leader. I think it's very interesting that it uses a regular power block.
Kinda need your help.
Connect the head of the mech.
A few screws loose. Let's follow
Yep.
that torso.
I thought of the whack-a-mole game, or whack-a-rat, that you can play in that game with actual living rats. Oh, they were set up for Mausers, not something you can smash to maybe get a secret. Just a normal thing to happen in New York. Just rockets landing in the streets in broad daylight. That's new. Pop them more mouses come out. It's deeply haunted.
Trying to steal my story.
Right, we're in the 80s. That's why the TVs are so big. Oh, Curly does. Somehow AI and crypto have to be in there.
Just a minute. Deep breath.
Also, may I just draw your attention to the Foot Ninja doing sit-ups in the background on TV. Yeah, beige or off-white. Highly dependent on the smoking environment. Because indoor smoking was still a thing in workplaces. Aww. Weirdly, this Mauser robot with arms and legs disturbs me a little bit in the sense of, oh no, they're trying to become people. And it's Metalhead.
Delete the turtles. No worries, Metalhead. I'll fix you.
It's just a straight up remake of his Turtles in Time boss fight, and I'm not opposed. In terms of the attacks and all that. But there's a little bit extra, and I also appreciate that. think that was just people wanting the convenience and freedom to smoke wherever.
It's also clear to me now. The turtles are my friends. This is a system crash.
Looks like another victory for the forces of good. Cowabunga!
Yeah, it's Metalhead getting more than one toy. Okay, I'm calling bull on the lift on that, but
Dine on turtle soup.
the huge batteries in his walkie-talkie were a nice touch. Ooh. Yeah, I think I've seen this one before. Not sure if it's like the default or the original.
Dinosaur stampede!
Yeah, the golden torsos was what's throwing me too, in terms of, wait, is this like original series or maybe a subsequent iteration? That was a thing I kind of disliked about action figures in general. Like at some point, you could no longer get the original series of some things. Maybe that was just a thing in German toy stores, that maybe they just didn't bring them over in the quantities. Like I have no idea what it would have looked like in like an American Toys R Us. But at some point when I wanted to like complete the set, as in I wanted all action figures of all four turtles.
This is gonna get me a major promotion.
Like vanilla ones were not all available anymore in the stores that I looked in. I think I had a couple of those where you could open up the shell in the back to store stuff in, and they looked reasonably like the, you know, characters as they appeared on the show. And then of course they had like stuff like Leonardo in a samurai armor and Raph in a trench coat, etc, etc. Some of the stuff was even based on more on the comics than the early stuff was based more on the indie comics than the show. Like the original Shredder figurine having a very different design with a blue helmet and a bare chest.
This is busted. Dig it. Deep breath.
Perhaps I can give some assistance.
I'm not sure it was for the movie. Like, I don't think Shredder has really ever been bare-chested in any incarnation, like not prominently. But I guess that's what they landed on, maybe based on the original Mirage comic. Oh, let me... Oh, it's the kid. One of the kids from Dimension X that we just found. Oh, that one looks rad as fuck. Probably goes well with the really good turtle action figures. I mean, they're really just figurines, not action figures, I guess. Given the price they go by. But yeah, that's spot on. And I died again. I should pay attention. Let me... Yeah, the one that you... The second one is the one you mentioned. The one I was talking about.
You're about to be history, Zorax. Deep breath. I'll finish you off myself. Katana slash. Deep breath. Deep breath.
Oh, a Casey player. I have no idea how you unlock Casey, but I would imagine it's something as finished the game once. They call it clusterfuck. Oh, and Pulley dead. Ah, that's fair.
Perhaps I could use some assistance. Perhaps I
This boss goes hard.
Looks like another victory for the forces of good.
Oof.
Ready or not, here I come. Cowabunga!
We must go underground, my children.
I mean, you already are, like, live underground, but I think he was talking about the immediate situation. Oh, look, a little shortcut.
It won't
Hey,
fly.
it's Baxter.
Wow, this lab's a technological marvel.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of really good shredder designs. I have a soft spot for the 2000s animated version, but because the show in general has very sharp lines, you know, taking cues from Batman the Animated Series, so it's just a very clean, archetypical design. I can't. How nice to grace my desk with your presence. Just know that my right hand will not always be available to you. Oh, that's just such glorious chaos in this game. Oh no. Can't you just put on a little gold cap for one of the swings? Winning in on the matter of this.
Perhaps I can be of some assistance. Just a minute.
Like this whole taunt thingy or meditation. Is what powers your specials, and you kind of wanna keep that up. Baxter looks really good, like not as disturbingly horrifying as in the original, but still, you know, Baxter stuff, man. Like, look at the original toy for Baxter. You don't. I'm not saying you don't want to get your kids that. I had that as a kid, and I guess I turned out okay. But, you know, a character that's already a riff on a Cronenberg movie, they managed to make that. To create something really disturbing.
You no good Batter up, Scuzz Bucket.
Looks like another victory to the forces of good.
Yeah, they said that they won't do alternate costumes for the characters because it would take too much time to animate, like say a trench coat properly with the kind of effort they've put in. Okay, but was that armor or body or was it ever a big deal? I guess we're in Dimension X. And it's Rock Soldiers. Maybe this is also, like, I have no idea how exactly the old show ended the whole Krang thing, because I seem to remember that at some point Krang and Shredder were no longer the main villains of the show, as in they were kind of like permanently banished to Dimension X. So maybe this is supposed to be a follow-up to that. Then also, how did, like, if Dimension X and the Technodrome were out of commission, how did Shredder even build another army of support robots? Like, does he get the parts from Radio Shack, or?
Think they're trying to steal my story.
Scuzz Bucket.
Deep breath. Patrick. Power out.
Perhaps I can be of some assistance.
How Shredder gets parts to build his foot soldier army because they're robots. Because kid-friendly. Like, if we are in some kind of situation where he no longer has access to Krang's resources. Because we're also not seeing hide or hair. Well, Krang does not have hair, so anyway. Of the particular brains of the operation. Yeah, I suppose.
Batter up, Scuzz Bucket.
It's the general track.
Shall be done.
really track. They couldn't give you a shield. You have to rip it out. Oh, he loses it periodically. Okay.
Got her up. Got bucket.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the, especially technology in this series is super hand-wavy. Like you have incarnations where Donatello is a fairly good mechanic, and others where he's basically a quantum physicist and, you know, sewer Tony Stark.
Got bucket. Where did the bad guys go?
Oh, that life-saving pizza. It's Chrome Dome.
Intruder alert.
Deep breath.
Oh no. What a fun adaptation of the old Shredder kite. Ah, and we have to do exactly what we did back there. We have to throw a fool into the screen. Aww.
Perhaps I can be of some assistance. Got her up. Got bucket.
Yeah, I think I'm toast. They should have Winter before they showed me because that's okay. Oh, not a whole lot of progress on that boss itself now, huh? Shit. I do appreciate the level of strategy that the game, like a modicum of finesse. Because I feel brawlers have this curse that they need to be simple, but that can also make them boring.
I trust I have made my point.
Let's crash Shredder's party, amigos.
Next Street Fighter is gonna have two control schemes, like classic and a simplified one. And I wonder how this will shake out.
The lost arch enemies.
Just a minute. Just a minute.
Batter up, Scuzz Bucket.
Really? That was the sequence? Pizza coming out of a weird clan on Dimension X. Great. Also, while having like a huge gang of allies. It's fun and all. I'm kind of enjoying the little downtime we have now from the mayhem. Just one partner. Like if they had programmed bots for this game, I wouldn't have minded if they had added like hey, you can have a bot when the pizza monster. And they reimagined it visually, so it doesn't look like an Aliens ripoff quite as badly anymore. That's cool. Like one co-op partner. Not 5. But if the game could give you like one
Batter up,
halfway capable
Scuzz Bucket.
quad co-op partner, that would be kind of neat, just to make solo play a little
Batter up,
more eventful. But other than that, Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not sure if this simplified mode for Street Fighter is something that will ever catch on in a meaningful way. Like, on one hand, I'm glad they didn't, like, just completely change the controls without any recourse, because I'm quite comfortable with the 6-button situation. But then again, I could also totally go for 4 buttons when it comes to Street Fighter. Like X the medium attacks, or, you know, design-wise, gravitate more towards just 2 tiers. And the way they proposed it is that you have like 1 button for light and 1 for heavy attacks, or something like that. So basically part of the game's, like, you don't even differentiate between punches and kicks anymore. So in some regard, the game will probably just play itself. And that's where it feels maybe like a training wheel thingy, or then something that is actually like a viable mainstreamable option. And like Arc System Works games have like these assist kind of modes. But yeah, they kind of feel like not playing the real game, but more like, oh yeah, you have a mode where 1 button just dishes out specials. I don't know, but there are recent articles on this. They just announced that for Street Fighter 6, so like the other buttons still get used, but oh, it's our boy Slash. Aww, that animation is very precious.
Oh no, I've been trashed.
Yeah, personally, I wouldn't mind the 4-button setup. I think King of Fighters does that? Maybe?
All right, I love being a turtle.
Yeah. Yeah, same. Like a training wheels or simplified mode that just makes the game look cooler than what you're actually doing, rather than just and defeat the Huns. Just build the game from the ground up, with whatever accessibility you have in mind, and just make it a high skill ceiling. Smash is like that.
We need to find our crystal shards, you dig?
Oh, it's the eye of the tech drone. We're gonna finish this game today.
Outworld strange joys.
I also like the 4-button setup because then I can put the hard ones. Oh, Prang. I know there's nothing awe as in cute about Krang, but these games, as we've seen in the retrospective, have a tendency of animating him very endearingly. So, yeah. Although I will say, Krang is done best when he's just absolutely disgusting. Which the surprisingly good second live-action Michael Bay produced movie, yeah, those, like, they nailed Krang. Also Bebop and Rocksteady, but certain, yeah, Krang was just well adapted in that movie. So about the King of Fighters scheme, I like that I can then have my thumb on the light punch and the light kick, and use shoulder buttons to reach the heavy attacks, which in practice also often leads me to not use medium attacks at all in Street Fighter. Because I honestly fight more button mashy than in a coordinated way. Also, like, I'm very hesitant to get excited about Street Fighter 6. It's a fighting series that I enjoy a lot. But I'm just not down with buying a base game with like 10 or 15 fighters or whatever, and then feeling the constant FOMO of like Paradox Interactive levels of DLC. Like it's been with, yeah, well, the past 2 Street Fighter games. Like if I get the Street Fighter 5, like I think when some of the Street Fighter 5 content was heavily reduced, I got everything up to the last season pass. And then when they announced, that's when they announced Akira as a fighter for the final season, I was like, yeah, maybe. But then investing any more money in Street Fighter 5 seems like a fool's errand now, because the hot new thing will be, you know, 6 in a matter of, I don't know, months, maybe a year. No idea when it's coming out.
Thanks, dude.
Oh, the thing the Rock Soldier was transporting was the little walker that Krang always had. Yeah, I don't envy game designers of fighting games, because imagine just how much consideration has to go into every new Smash character. By the way, is Smash Ultimate finished, or do they have still a couple of characters to announce or release?
Batter up, Scuzz Bucket.
Just a minute. Just a minute.
don't have the third projectile bar yet.
Batter up, Scuzz Bucket.
Just dangling that piece of pizza in front of our nose. Could have added a little more variety or more of a, I wanna say, voice line cooldown for the taunts, especially since they become a gameplay thing and not just something you occasionally hit for funsies. Hey!
I'm invincible.
Sure you are. But if we
Teach you some manners.
just beat it to shit now, isn't that just kinda be a really disgusting anticlimax to the entire game? Like, all they did was reassemble his occasionally somewhat menacing bigger exo body. Huh, can hit the legs independently. But I don't think it does anything because you gotta hit not go for that. Yeah, I'm not sure. I just think they did. They made some effort towards balancing, but also it's, I guess, I could imagine the Smash Brothers team, like the dev team, cares about it. Also, it's strange how you have this resurrection mechanic, but also
You fell for my diversion. I have a surprise for you.
oh, thank God. The plan was more involved than getting immediately shit canned.
Show you how a true ninja fights. The world is mine.
Okay. Ah yes, Shredder. Inexplicably a wizard again in the video games. Glad they kept that tradition. Also gets his own rap song. And it's first person from his perspective. That's... I need to look up the lyrics later. So a lot of shredheads. Still, absolutely the closest Shredder's ever fought to the animated version, insofar as that version could even fight. Like, Shredder was this weird thing of a character who's supposed to be really formidable, but since the weekly Saturday morning cartoon format kind of necessitated it, he oh no. He would sometimes also just be a total pushover, so yeah. And design-wise, Shredder remains one of the coolest villains from my childhood. Like, sure, they copied some notes from Darth Vader and whatnot, but... Oh, and Batman. But I think he's a really cool villain. Still, especially incarnations that just make him an unambiguous asshole. There's something to be said about villains who... oh, buddy, don't sweat it. This is not something we can handle with the resurrections. He said in lieu of actual voice communication. So many little touches, like certain frames being very directly inspired by stuff that was in the old games. Okay, cool. We beat the Shredder. Yeah, hopefully. Kinda... Yes!
You got all the shards way out.
My voice actor has not aged at all. Huh. Wrath of the Lady, final level. Actually, I wanna switch turtles.
So what now, fearless leader? Well, what are we waiting for?
Mondo
In that
Notion,
case,
dude. Mondo Notion, dude.
Let's bust some crime.
suddenly we have a lot of joiners.
So what now, fearless leader? Let's bust some crime.
Of the lady.
That's a big stride.
I shall rule the earth with an iron fist.
Hang
Huh.
on, Lady Liberty. We'll save you.
Oh no, they had to damsel someone after all. Really? Really?
Come on, we have yahoos to stop.
No problem. Oh, how to shoot, bro. Batter up, Scuzz Bucket. Batter up, Scuzz Bucket. Party, dude! Flex back. Batter up, Scuzz Bucket.
My brilliant plan!
Please say it is a Super Shredder fight. Yes.
I will get my revenge!
Total bummer, dudes. Prepare.
I can opt out of that resurrection thingy and be like, yeah, no, I'll take the L. Please don't worry about me. Apparently not. Oh shit, he's still mutating.
Alright! I love being a turtle. Batter up, Scuzz Bucket. Batter up, Scuzz Bucket. Batter up, Scuzz Bucket. Party, dude!
Wait, why is he undamaged?
Party, dude!
Does he just not take damage while he's... Oh wow,
How to juice,
that's very specific.
how to juice, bro. Ah! Hey, chill out. Come on, we have Yahoos to start.
Oh, I know that. Yeah, no, it's not pleasant. Definitely not in the summer.
Bucket. Oh, how to juice, bro. Oh, how to juice, bro. Whoa, whoa.
Oh, it's all up to our buddy Casey now. Yeah, I don't see this going terribly well. It was probably one of the hardest idea to sync, to revert to a very untrained character for the final level, just because I felt like switching it up.
Hat trick.
Turtle soup!
Select your hero.
Yes. Yeah, honestly, at this point, without leveling a whole bunch, Bonnie is probably the way to go. Or maybe Leo, because he's fairly balanced. Public party, see who we can corral. Or
Turtles, let's get our shells and gear.
Wrath of the lady.
Hey, get a grip! I gotta focus. Hang on! I gotta focus.
it's at 24% on
My revenge is impossible.
Teenage Mutant, let's kick
it's a little silly, I know, but I kinda want the last fight to be something cool. Like it's at 24% on the find game screen, and I was kinda expecting it to still be in the crank phase. Yeah.
Can you please find my diary? Please.
We've certainly been around the block here.
Kinda need your
Ah,
help.
so close. Just the map design is a lot of. No games found. Huh. Okay. Let's just see how well we'll do on our own. Anyone joins? That'll be cool.
Of the lady.
I shall rule the earth with an iron fist.
Hi-ya! Hi-ya! Hi-ya!
Too close. Yeah. Ah. There's sadly no vertical dodging.
Hi-ya! Hi-ya!
Do they just have to go down, or do I have to throw them at bang in a certain way? I think it's just a time thing. Right.
Hi-ya! Hi-ya!
It is possible.
Deep breath. I'll handle this. I gotta focus.
Truly, the Dark Souls of Turtles games.
Ready for a little workout, guys?
My brilliant I will get my revenge!
Give it up, Shredder. It's over.
Okay, so I can't harm him at all while he's all fused.
I gotta focus.
That's not a lot of damage I did there.
Deep breath. Gotta get off this ride. Deep breath. Deep breath.
Not happening. Wait myself. That's the whole stage again, right? Yeah. Let's do the sensible thing. Switch back to money.
Select your hero.
Well, what are we waiting for?
And join up. Yeah. Yeah, now I pick Raph, but that's okay. See, that's me. Thank you didn't get to see. Ouch. Get the full experience. Yeah, should go for the damage.
Hey, get a grip! I am one tired turtle.
There we go.
Party binge! Party dude! I am one tired turtle.
Is he just gonna revert or pop like balloon?
Outstanding.
Ah. We're going for the PG version of what could have happened. Lady Liberty has been restored to her gleaming glory. Yeah, that's what happened. Even after beating the bad guys, Raphael is still a hothead. Luckily for him, there are always more baddies to bash. I guess that was specifically for my character. I'm pretty sure Casey can take that mask off if he wants to eat a pizza. And that was Shredder's Revenge. No, the Statue of Liberty hasn't gleamed in a long time. Maybe it did at some point. They really wanted to cover Go Ninja Go, but didn't get the rights or didn't want to pay for the rights, huh? Uh-huh.
Teenage Mutant Ninja, let's kick some shell!
Let's see. K-pop replace grieving a harder challenge. Limited lives, continues, and no save progression. Okay. The pixel art on all of these icons is just very precious. Aww. Mode 7 threw 16 enemies towards the camera. I appreciate that. Carbon where it is. No need for mutagen. I don't know. I think even with vigorous training, the 4 little turtles and the rat would not have. You know. I mean, in this version, Splinter was at least a guy with prior training.
Select your hero.
Okay, so Casey is just objectively better than everyone else?
Let's bust some crime.
Let's see how he feels to play. Let's redo stage 1 because that one was a lot of fun. And after that, I think I'm gonna call it.
Job breaking news.
Game on. Hiya. Hat trick. Go.
Damn. Already hit almost 100 hit combo.
Hat trick. Hiya. Hat trick. Hiya. Hat trick.
Ooh, that's interesting. An indirect tap. Indirect tap and dodge. It's just throwing back. Set up a forward attack. I mean, the tutorial probably taught me all of this, but you know.
Hat trick. Hiya. I need a timeout. Alley-oop. Hat trick.
But yeah, I'm digging this game. I'll probably bust it out at a party someday. For a bunch of weird local crap.
Hiya.
It's a really good time. Obviously, it's only so long. And I don't know. It really has, I guess, very raw in and of itself replay value. Due to the lovely animations and, you know, a certain level of challenge. Because I played this on normal. There is a higher difficulty and there is also arcade mode. Yeah, really lovely game. I could imagine that after doing Streets of Rage revival and then now this one, they're not like gonna be like, oh yeah, let's make another Turtles beat 'em up right away. So I could imagine this will just remain standing on its own, or maybe get a sequel a lot further down the line. But yeah, now I kind of want to play the Streets of Rage remake. Not a series I ever was like into as a kid, because I was a Nintendo kid, not a Sega kid. But I hear Streets of Rage 4 is pretty excellent, and also a little more technically involved in this, in terms of fighting technique. Because I feel, especially with slower characters like Splinter and Donnie in multiplayer, feel a little bit like you're not contributing, because Raphael and Michelangelo players are just kicking ass so much faster. So one of the slower characters is not really ideal for to keep or feel like you you're keeping up in multiplayer. But that's maybe also just a thing that can, with a little more technical play, with a little more of an eye towards dodging effectively. But yeah, just as a raw party game, enjoying some nostalgia, and so this one hit it way out of the park. This is absolutely one of the greatest Turtles games of all time, and that includes Turtles in Time, of which this one feels like a sequel, kind of remake, and big damn love letter. So it's only natural that this is where folks would draw the comparison. But yeah, I think I'm done for today. I'll be back with, I don't know, maybe a little more of that City Skylines build we started, and then I'll find something more juicy and long-term to sink our teeth in to, and maybe I'll just bust this one out at some point, just for funsies. Just because it's a lot of fun to look at. Thank you all for watching. As always, I'll leave you with my usual spiel of have a look at my YouTube archive, where my VODs go before they expire on Twitch. Have a look at social media bullshit, so you can be notified when I do another stream. And if you will, maybe also take a look at my tip jar over in Ko-fi, where you can throw money my way and enable me to buy games like this one. Everyone take care, enjoy your Tuesday, and I'll see you next time. Bye.